Ian Burns from the Mirror, thank you very much for your presentation tonight. So basically, in terms of your brewery, what attracted you to the Midland area?
Yeah, I'm Dustin Norlund, the founder and owner of Barnstormer Brewing and Distilling. What attracted me to Midland? Midland's a beautiful location, and I wanted to establish a flagship brewery to represent our brand, and I couldn't think of a better place than the Midland waterfront.
Yeah. Specifically the Midland waterfront, what do you find the attractiveness of it?
Well, we can just take a look at this picture.
Yeah, right, I guess.
That's a start. Yeah, in fact, that's almost the view we'll be taking from
it's pretty close, actually. It's pretty close to what you have.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, enough said. I mean, where else can you be on Georgian Bay? Have some beautiful, view, beautiful air, and I mean, I think with the brewery and the restaurant, we're going to establish a tourist mecca.
Yeah.
If you will.
Okay. In terms of the brewery itself, what are you looking to put in place at that site?
The brewery here will do all of our core beer production. So what we consider a core beer is anything that's in the LCBO or the beer store.
Right.
So that includes 400 Blonde Ale, YYZ First Class Lager, Flight Delay IPA, Wind Shear Watermelon Summer Ale, and Billy Bishop Brown Ale.
Right.
So the brewing and the packaging for all those will be ongoing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're talking. The town in its report said about 55 jobs. What in terms of, how would that break down in terms of actual brewery employees? You mentioned accountants and that sort of thing. Yeah.
It's tough to give exact numbers, but you're probably looking between, say, 10 or 12 staff in the brewery, probably half to 3/4 of that in office and sales support and logistics.
Right.
You're going to have some delivery drivers. You're going to have sales and event people. We haven't even got into the restaurant management or the restaurant side or, say, accounting management. We employ 35 people now, and this will be an operation that's 2 or 3 times that size.
You mentioned about 85% would be local jobs in this area. Some people will obviously be coming up from Barrie, and so what fields will you be recruiting in for there?
Yep, really probably the only thing that is an absolute given that will have to come up here, and it might even not even be, say, full, is a brewer to cross-pollinate the brewery. I do want the master brewer that we have now to come up here.
Right.
And brewmaster here.
Right.
He's originally from the area.
Oh, okay.
Actually over in Huntsville.
All right.
And for sure, for some period of time, he would have to return up this direction. And we'll probably cross-pollinate the kitchen staff and do the same thing.
Right.
Not necessarily we'll bring any up, so everybody, say, from the kitchen, restaurant will probably be new here. And besides one person in back office, everybody else would be new here in, say, sales, marketing, event coordination, logistics, and sales. 2 or 3 salespeople exist down in Toronto.
Okay, that's awesome. In terms of, this may be a little early, but in terms of timeline, when would you see, work start on the site? I know, tough question.
Yes, yesterday. We're hurting for capacity. We're running along pretty well maxed out, especially during the summer months. Ideally, I'd like to get architectural plans done. We've got some soil sampling to do. And if we could break ground later this year, or even like mid this summer, it would be
awesome.
Ideal.
Okay. And in terms of, there were a lot of presentations tonight. You noticed that there were some maybe rubbed the wrong way some of the downtown business owners. Will you be doing any outreach to them, sort of get them involved and say, this is what I'm doing, this is why I think it'll be a positive for the community?
Yeah, I spoke to most of the business owners out here. Either in the intermission between the 2 pieces of the meeting, or even just walked out with some of them during the meeting. And for the most part, all but maybe one, they're actually supportive of Barnstormer and supportive of the project. They're not so happy with how, say, the project has come to light.
Right.
But as council noted, in any case like this, you can't come to the table with all the information. And we'd have a free-for-all here, and the city of Midland wouldn't have anything going on downtown. That's at least not for years.
One final question. You mentioned from your location in Barrie, the mall you're at, there was a lot of outgrowth from the businesses here. What do you anticipate? It's hard to guess, but what could you anticipate happening up here?
I can't give you, say, like an exact answer of what will happen.
Of course.
But I can tell you we have absolutely made not just the mall, but the entire, say, corner that we're on, from a unknown corner to In fact, a lot of people refer to it as the Barnstormer Plaza because we've taken over so much of the plaza. But the plaza was, I'd say, 45% unoccupied or 50% unoccupied. It's 100% occupied now, and not just with, say, businesses that are existing, but a dog grooming business that's thriving because people see the dog groomer, you know, a haircutter, a nail salon, a tire company, you know, all of which, just based on the number of people that we put through, they get a lot of cross benefit from. You know, luckily enough, you know, parking was a concern here, and although there are some businesses that do have, I guess a night following in the area that, you know, this project's going to go on. You know, luckily enough, the downtown seems pretty quiet during the evening hours when we would be at our peak. So I don't foresee a parking problem there, and I definitely don't foresee a parking problem once some of the streets are reconfigured and some of the lots are taken care of during the winter.
Oh, great, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Dustin.
Hi everybody, it's Tony and Petula.
And let's discover Ontario. We always like to bring you to new places and show you fun things to try.
And where are we today?
We're in Barrie, Ontario.
And this
is the Barnstormer Brewing Company.
Doing it for about 2 years now, and this was started as a passion project and has since grown into something much bigger than that. We just currently doubled our current tank farm at the moment, so we're going from a 10-barrel system to a 30-barrel. Last year we did about 53 hectoliters. This year we'll be poised to do at least double that, so roughly 100, 120 hectoliters by the time it's all done.
At any given time, Barnstormer has about 12 different beers that they're brewing. It's available in their own eatery. They also have a bottle shop as well. You can find it in the beer store, and starting soon, also in the LCBO.
So Brad, in the history of brewing beer, how did it get started?
I think men were actually just looking for an escape from their wives.
What?
Maybe not.
Barnstormer is just one example of how the craft beer industry has really taken off in Ontario. It's been springing up in cities and towns everywhere, and you know what? It makes for a great visit. We were passing by Barrie today. We figured, you know what? Let's stop in, grab some lunch, and try some delicious brews.
It's actually pretty hard right now to find a small town in Ontario without either an existing microbrewery or one with a couple of guys in a garage that will be coming up as a microbrewery in the near future. It's no secret that craft beer is kind of the way this generation of beer drinkers is going.
Yes.
Domestic beer sales are down, craft is up.
Okay, it looks good. Yeah, okay. So how do I taste this? Do I just grab onto this hose right here? Is this the tap? Like, where's the... How do we...
That's one way to do it. Behind the bar might be a better idea if you want to do some real tasting.
All right. Cheers, yeah? Barnstormer is handcrafted beer. In fact, even the packaging is all done by hand. It's done by two guys, and they package every single can and bottle that you will ever drink. What's this?
This is our vast packaging department. As you can see, it is quite labor intensive. It's literally two guys, Dylan and Alex, spending most of their day filling 4 cans at a time, 3 bottles at a time. Valve on, beer in, valve off, beer stops. Capping, literally 1 bottle at a time.